Change control in pharma, the hidden compliance trap that can shut you down. What if a minor change in your manufacturing process leads to a product recall? Did you know that even a simple label update needs a formal change control review? Regulatory agencies like the FDA, CDSCO, WHO, MHRA and others demand strict change control procedures. Get it wrong, and you could face warning letters, compliance issues, or even plant shutdowns. I am Rajesh, and in this video, I'll break down the entire change control process, give real-world examples, and share insider tips to make your system audit-ready. Change control is a structured process for managing modifications in pharmaceutical manufacturing, ensuring product quality, regulatory compliance, and patient safety. Imagine a pharma company decides to switch a raw material supplier without a proper review. What could go wrong? A company changed the inactive ingredients in a tablet without proper validation. This caused tablet disintegration issues, leading to batch failures and regulatory scrutiny. Any change, no matter how small, must be documented, assessed, and approved to prevent risks. Did you know that a poorly managed change led to one of the biggest drug recalls in history? A leading pharma company changed its tablet coating supplier without proper stability studies. Within months, patients reported adverse effects, leading to a nationwide recall and financial losses worth millions. An appropriate change control ensures patient safety, prevents compliance risks like regulatory warning letters, fines, shutdowns, maintains product consistency, improves documentation and audit readiness. Master these 5 steps, and you'll never struggle with change control again. Step 1 is the initiation, that is, identifying the change. Before making any changes, always ask, why is this change needed? Examples of changes requiring change control can be switching suppliers for APIs or excipients, upgrading manufacturing equipment, modifying SOPs, standard operating procedures, reformulating drug products, changing packaging design. As a best practice, every change must have a change control request (CCR) submitted by the initiator. Example: production, R&D. Step 2 is impact assessment, that is, evaluating the risks. Think, would the change affect drug safety, efficacy, or stability? Critical evaluations which should be done are: quality impact. Will it change the drug's physical or chemical properties? Regulatory impact. Does the change require approval from the regulatory authorities? Operational impact. Will new training be required for employees? For example, a company wanted to change its capsule shell material from gelatin to HPMC before approval. They conducted stability studies, bioequivalence tests, regulatory review, to check if a new filing was needed. Step 3 is approval and documentation, a part of regulatory compliance. Always remember, if it's not documented, it didn't happen. Who approves the change? Quality assurance, QA, ensures compliance. Regulatory affairs, RA, checks filing requirements. Manufacturing and engineering, assesses operational feasibility. Supply chain and procurement, validates raw material impact. For example, a company upgraded its HVAC system in a sterile manufacturing facility. Approval was required for environmental monitoring validation, risk assessment for airborne contamination, updated SOPs for personnel training. Step 4 is implementation and testing. Validation is key. Never roll out a change without testing it first. You can implement the change safely by conducting pilot trials and small-scale testing, stability studies for formulation changes, equipment requalification after modifications, employee training for new procedures. For example, a pharma company switched from manual filling to an automated filling machine. Before full-scale implementation, they conducted process validation, checked weight uniformity and dose accuracy, and assessed microbial contamination risks. Step 5 is closure and review, that is, learning from the change. Think, if the change meet expectations, or did it introduce new risks? Final steps you should perform are post-implementation monitoring, batch performance, complaint trends, documentation of lessons learned and internal audits to ensure effectiveness. For example, a drug packaging redesign reduced patient complaints about difficult-to-open bottles. Surveys and stability data confirmed success, leading to permanent adoption. Hence, every change should be reviewed after implementation to identify potential improvements for future changes. Even top pharma companies make these mistakes. Avoid them at all costs. Skipping risk assessment. Always evaluate impact on quality and safety. Poor documentation. Remember, regulatory agencies require proper records. Not involving QA early. QA should be involved from step 1. Failing to communicate changes. All stakeholders, R&D, manufacturing, suppliers, must be aligned. Want to impress auditors? Follow these expert strategies. Maintain a centralized change control log. Use electronic change control software for tracking approvals. Perform periodic self-audits. Ensure cross-functional collaboration between departments such as QA, RA, production, R&D. Now that you understand change control, are you confident your system meets global regulatory standards? Drop a comment if you've faced any change control challenges. I'd love to hear your experience. Like and subscribe for more pharma insights. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update.